It arrived. You don't know what I'm talking about, I assume, because I mentioned in a short video. But something I ordered arrived today. Now, I taped a piece of paper on top so it'd cover up like the shipping stuff. Let me show you what it is. By knife. Maybe I shouldn't have taped the paper on here. Maybe I should have actually taped it on better. It's fragile too, so I'm not trying to cut very deep. Okay, there it is. Alrighty. Rip off all the shipping stuff. I should have just done that instead, because it's not the thing that I ordered. I got it off of eBay. Alright. Now, open it up. Alrighty, now I can put the knife away. Take out this, and this AC adapter, and then this, the TV hookups, another one of these again, and then the main part. It also kind of, box kind of smells like cigarettes, so I assume the person that got it from smoked. But do you have a clue what this is? An NES top loader. Now, gotta borrow the knife again, so trigger warning, knife. I can't believe I'm holding this in my foot, unwrapping this right now. I am so excited. I do not have anything, like, to hook it up with. Like, you know, it did come with all the cables and stuff, but, like, I don't have a game to put it in. I am so happy. Man. I can definitely tell it's a bit used, but this is so awesome to have in my hands now. An NES top loader. If you don't know, like what the NES top loader is, I'm pretty sure you know of the original NES, a Nintendo console in the 80s that was built like a VCR. And later, the Super Nintendo came out, which was the NES's successor. And a while after the Super Nintendo came out, the they released a revision of the NES Top Loader, or the NES called the NES Top Loader, and that's this revision. It was a budget version. I'm going to use scissors instead. It was a budget version of the original NES that costed just $50. And over the years has been considered the definitive NES. But because it was released a few years after the Super Nintendo came out, it wasn't really, there weren't as much eyes upon it and stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, again, it does smell like nicotine, so I assume the guy I bought it from smoked. I'm so happy to be holding this in my hands. Let me get the other controller unwrapped. But, like, over the years, the NES Top Loader has been commonly referred to as the definitive NES. Being more reliable, easier to insert the games, more comfortable controller, although I bought the standard NES controllers with it instead of the dog bone controllers because, well, I don't care. And so, yeah, I can also play PAL games, PAL region games, but I probably won't play any of those. But, like, one glaring issue of the NES Top Loader is this. Let's unwrap it. This. The NES Top Loader only had RF, or radio frequency. Before AV was a thing, RF was the way to go, because that's really all they had. This is short, not even a foot long, I think. Well, luckily this is longer. But, like, with it being only RF, it's almost completely irrelevant to use on modern TVs. I've only seen one TV that is a modern 16:9 flat screen with HDMI inputs that has RF. And that's a pretty old one. RF also makes the picture look worse and it's a bit more finicky to hook up. And it's weird, because the original NES had support for AV. You could use RF on the original NES, but you didn't have to. You could use AV. And, like, it's also weird because the Japanese equivalent of this, known as the AV Famicom, was literally called the AV Famicom. The original Famicom didn't have AV, and so the AV Famicom fixed that, and so it's just kind of weird. Luckily, I have a CRT TV with RF in, and so this will work perfectly fine. It's also weird. Like, how this is designed is that this is meant to go out to the TV, and then this port right here is for antenna, aka cable TV. It would go in and then out to the TV if you wanted to switch it, but if you would switch it, it would go here out to the TV instead. But you know how you would switch that? Kind of a little funky, weird way. There's a little switch on the back right here. Switch between channel 3 and channel 4. I'd be like on the back of the TV, in order to switch HDMI inputs. You had to go over the back of the TV and flip a little switch. It's just kind of weird, but the original NES was the same way too. But, yeah. I am so happy to finally have this now. Man, I can't wait to get games for this and hook it up. $150. Like, most listings I saw for $200, but I found this for $160. And so I decided to get it because I had $160. No game with it, but it's understandable when you're buying stuff resold. But yeah, I get the controllers at the very least hooked up, because, like, I'm not going to hook it up now because I don't have any, like, I don't have a CRT here. I have it somewhere else. And so I have to hook it up there. Plus, I have a hypothesis on how to use it on modern TVs. It's a hypothesis, though. Oh, I expected when plugging the controller in that there would be a bit of clickiness. Like a click, like, when you plugged it in. Yeah, I'm going to have to get used to this controller. Start and select buttons are a bit mushy. Ambi buttons are nice. D-pad is nice. Yeah, I can't wait to get games for this. Thanks for watching this video, and have a good day.